I had an amazing month of $3,000 to the T. I should subtract some fees, but in revenue it was 3,000. The fees are 2.5%. So technically, I didn't make $3,000 in my pocket. It's a little bit less, but I broke the 3K revenue and mark. And that's in a month that I didn't feel it was perfect in terms of execution, in terms of being focused to the max. I knew I did things right. Well, not right, but I had a feeling that it could have been way better, realistically. Not a ton, but there was a lot of space there that could have been used to rest more, to do house chores that would have given me more better sleep, better performance, everything. So there's still stuff to be better at. Now I have the chance to, forgot to say, it was a good month, but yesterday and today they were perfect days. Well, this day's been like a perfect day. I was thinking in Spanish. I chilled down for an hour watching Wimbledon, and doom scroll for 30 minutes. That's so far today, just 1 hour and a half were quote unquote wasted. That the hour watching tennis, Wimbledon, wasn't wasted because everything that I'm doing, working as hard as I can to earn as money as I can to be free, is to spend like an hour on a random Thursday watching Wimbledon. So that's the whole point of all of this. So I shouldn't be anxious when I'm watching that and just enjoying it. That's the whole point. So, but those 30 minutes of doom scroll could have been avoided because, doom scroll means watching social media without consciousness, because social media is not bad. Otherwise, I shouldn't be doing the work that I do, editing videos. Social media can be awesome, but it should be operated like heavy machinery. You have to be completely focused and conscious of what you're doing and consuming with intent, because there's awesome content out there. It's when you doom scroll when it's a problem and it's not resting. It's like it should be an active action or task. It's not considered rest, because all receptors are like firing in all cylinders. So, but it can be a good use of time. So, but these were 30 minutes of doom scroll. So I wasted those, and now that I had a perfect day yesterday, it's so far it's a perfect day today. I like to do like a 7-day pause, or not doom scrolling, not even the computer, because I have blocked Instagram on my I have 2 phones, one and one for work, one for day to day, and in both I have Instagram, but I have them blocked, but I unblock them when I need to do something for work. And if I don't block them immediately, it's like all the triggers of the addiction to social media kick in, and I open it and I scroll. So, but that hasn't been happening too much. But what it was happening was doom scrolling on the computer on YouTube Shorts, which is insane, like complete waste of time. So I'd like to make sure for at least a week, because I saw someone that I saw on an Instagram story on the computer that I shouldn't have, but that it was good that I saw it, because he was doing an experiment of no scroll for 7 days. I don't know if he had a limit, and he said because his girlfriend was recording, so I think she uploaded it or something like that. So he can post, but he hasn't been scrolling, and he's been sharing like amazing results that I've felt before, because I've done it before, and I was like, shit, I have to do this like ASAP. And now that I had a great month, I have 2 great days, 2 perfect days. I mean, all the work for the week is done, and I'm planning to do all the work for next week on tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday, because I do work Saturdays and Sundays. I don't mind it. And that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome to have everything done before the week even starts. And if I get that done, the second agency that I work for, I'm from now on, I'm calling the $1,600 a month client the first agency, and the last agency that has hired me, the second agency that he has given me work, but not in a steady pace. And I'd like to know how much work he can like commit to give me, because I'd like to know. I'd like to have that second agency at also $1,500 a month. And last month was $800, so that's good. But I'd like for it to be $1,500. And if I have those 2, and I get a third one, I'll be at full capacity right there. Not necessarily full capacity, but I know that I don't need or want any more clients. I'd like to work on stuff for myself and better myself. So if, for example, one thing I'm planning to do now is to see, because the work that I did yesterday and today was the week worth of work for the first agency. And I want to see, and I logged every single minute of it. I like to see that multiplied by 4.33, which is the amount of weeks in a month in average. That time, so the $1,600 divided that number to see at what price per hour I'm at. I think I'm around $30, which I'd be happy with. But if I see that because I work with full focus, and if the number is below $30 an hour, I'd like an increase there, because I think I'm worth at least $30 an hour, and it's a good pay. I don't necessarily want to get overpaid, even if I deserve it, because there's pros and cons to everything. Or at least I wouldn't put on a pedestal getting paid like in a high ticket terms, because there is a lot of responsibility there, even though like higher pay usually means better clients, even less, more value perceived and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when their economy is like bad or stuff like that, which could happen, those things I think are thrown out the window. And I know I'm at a price where they can't get this quality at this price. Like, no way. And the way I want to market myself is like the Toyota Corolla of editors. Like, not crazy cars, not crazy tech, but it's never gonna break down. It's never gonna leave you walking, like as we say in Spanish. What leave you strand, I think it's the expression, so it's pretty much the same. And yeah, if I can manage to get a pay raise from this first agency and some consistency from the second agency, I probably won't need to find a third one. It would be awesome to have a sense of security in terms of consistent work if I have a third one, since everything went to shit in my life. Well, not necessarily went to shit, because I handled it well as good as I could and ended up being good. So I handled it pretty well, which was when the main client that I had stopped giving me work, because, as I said, they were paying me like a high ticket price. It was worth it, but when things go south in general in the economy or the company, like, those luxuries go out the window. So being fairly priced for 3 different agencies, I would feel a lot of security. Even though I know I'm secure because I'm super healthy, super strong, super smart, and I'll be able to handle pretty much everything. I have a super huge support network, with friends, family, partner. So I'm secure already. But I'm saying financially secure or career secure in terms of I'll never be jobless, or workless. Anyways, so yeah, I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. I don't want to procrastinate now, though. Yesterday, as I said, was a day filled with work. I didn't work just at night. That I spent with completely focused with my girlfriend, which was awesome, without worrying about work or if I'm ahead on my work and stuff. So I don't need to be working. I enjoy working every day, but I don't need to. So that's cool to be fully present and stuff. And yeah, so far today has been like that as well. Like I said, just 1 hour watching tennis, 30 minutes doom scrolling. That's not gonna break anything, but it's like, now that I know I can work like on demand and not wasting time and stuff, I know what that hour and a half means, which is basically $50. Yeah. $45. And if I'm willing to pay that, it's like, I would prefer to have worked those, probably. Not that I didn't have the opportunity, though, because the work that I want to do for next week, I can barely download the footage right now, so it's not even available for me to work on it. So yeah, I'm happy about my performance last month, especially yesterday and today. I'd like to maintain that. I'll do my best. This time, I think that for next week, I'll be able to say I had a perfect week. It's just maintaining what I did yesterday and today. So I feel much better than last week. That I didn't feel I have much to update on. But yeah, I don't want to keep rambling. I'd rather come up short with things to share than keep rambling, because yeah, I share pretty much everything. Results are good for the first agency. The second agency, not. I haven't checked for results so much, but what I liked of the second agency is that even though we have the responsibility on the editors to edit well, the responsibility for results are laid on, I don't know, on the owner, the CEO. That's cool to feel that he's the first line of defense. And I just have to worry about being a good worker, like on time and stuff, and not necessarily having to pull shit out of my ass. I think it's the expression. That feels awesome. That I feel that way with the first agency. But at least the first agency is paying me, at least in a consistent basis, $1,600 a month, even though I know the second agency can reach that without that feeling. But so far, the most amount of work he has given me was last month, 27 videos, $800. So yeah, he should be up at least $1,500 to equal the first agency, and he has to do it for a consistent basis, and then basically he will earn the first part in terms of quality of pay and feeling and work and everything. Not that it's a bad one, the first agency, but having that feeling is not that great, because it's not all. We have discussed that, and it's clear that it's not all up on me, but in the day-to-day, it feels like more than it should. The responsibility that I feel can be self-inflicted, can be my problem, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling, that I don't feel on the second one. And it can even be reversed. Don't want to ramble anymore. So yeah, I'll do that, saying how much I'm getting paid per hour of work, see if I can ask for an increase on the first agency. I want to ask for what consistency we'll have for the second agency, and based on those two, to see if I look for a third one, and I'll call it a day, or maintain the other two clients that I have that are a little bit custom. That probably I'll go that route, because the other two clients, one is the YouTube video a month, that plus short videos, that means $500, even could be, $400, $500. Last month was $300 without the YouTube video a month. Otherwise, it would have been $700. So yeah, I might be good, and I shouldn't look for that third one, or at least I should delegate that work and start testing other editors, or doing that to, like building my business on the side, my hustle. Yeah. So yeah, I have that to figure out. More than enough for this week. Thank you for watching the entire video, and I'll see you next week.